Okay, yes, it's yet another Halo video. Sorry, this one's for pbnation actually. Selling my Halo, or not selling, I want to trade for velocities because, well, it's heavy. 2.5 pounds after I put one pot of paint in, not even completely full. That's too heavy considering I'm going to be using a mini, and it's 2 pounds, the hopper's 2.5 pounds. I don't like that. So yeah, I want to trade for Velocity Juniors, preferably with a Gangstar chip. Just want to go over what's wrong with it and what the upgrades are that I've put on. Nothing has been aftermarketed as an actual aftermarket part. The only aftermarket part, I guess you could call an aftermarket part, would be the X-Mod motor, which I put in. But that's not an actual aftermarket part, but that's it. I haven't bought anything, haven't spent anything on this hopper except for 20 bucks at Radio Shack. Did a really cheap rip drive here. It still works though. 9-volt mod, of course. Can't live without that. And the battery drain switch mod. Switch it backwards and it cuts off the circuitry from the batteries to the board so it doesn't drain the batteries while it's sitting here. Switch it forwards and it is on, or it's not on, but the circuit's complete, which lets you turn it on. I took out the spring and in the process sort of bent it so it doesn't come with a spring. I guess I could bend it back if you want it, but it jammed too much for me with the new motor. Accidentally over tightened it once and there's a scratch right there. It doesn't affect anything. It's not a real serious scratch dent thing. But yeah, it doesn't really do anything. It's not even a surface thing, it's internal, so it won't do anything. The button is easier to press without a button on, so I took that off, just to my personal preference. And that LED is always on when the hopper's on. Helps you know when the hopper's on in the middle of the day, so you don't have to accidentally turn it off, then realize off the break that it's off. Really annoying. I'll wash the shells before I ship them, of course. Only other thing I can think of is that I accidentally let my soldering iron set on it on the inside. So yeah, it's kind of got a dent in the center, but looks a little bit weird, but that's all it does is look weird. Okay, do a drop test just to prove the speed, of course, because you can't make a Halo video without doing a drop test. Okay, and just to show you, flip the switch. LED is supposed to go on. Hold on. Okay. Sorry, the capacitors work weird. But if you turn it on, actually, voila. I'll make it jam real quick, but even when it's jammed, that light is on, whatever. You turn it off, flip the switch, all the circuits are cut off, turn it back on. It blinks, just because it has that initial surge to go through the capacitors. And then after that, it actually doesn't blink anymore because the capacitors are still full. Yeah, anti-jam beads are still in there, and I double wound the cone spring, which increases off the gate speed. It's another mod on the mod list for everything you need to know about a Halo thread. Ow. Okay. Oh shit, I broke one. Okay, we'll get a little paint in here. Broke one on top. I have no idea how I did that. Hit my elbow against the stupid desk. There we go. It's all ready to go. Got the light on. Really helpful in the middle of the day. And yeah, just to prove the speed. Wow. Dropped it almost. Here goes. And yeah, bring me your Velocity Juniors with Gangstar chips. Okay, now I have to go clean up the paint off all these balls.